You're gonna love today's tour. This is an incredible cabin sitting alongside a lake, and it is perfect for family and hosting. Let's check it out. These clients were looking to relocate upon retirement. And something that was really important to them was they wanted to be in a location where they'd be near grandchildren and of course their kids. They figured, well, if we build alongside a lake and we have a log cabin with plenty of places for them to stay, then of course they're gonna come and build memories here all the time. They started out with our mountain view floor plan. Now all of our homes are ultra custom, but that mountain view, it's known for its beautiful gable dormers up there, of course, the grand feature wall, and this huge covered porch. Now, this home has been modified so much that you're not even gonna recognize it as the mountain view. A great example how anything can be done is we've included a balcony over here. You get a whole new perspective of the lake. And I'm eager to show you what we've done above the garage. But before we do, let's jump back outside and get started with the exterior tour. There are beautiful finishes on this home. These Pella windows have this dark red color, something that we don't see nearly often enough. I think it adds a lot of rich warmth to the home. We also have a brown tone dark and brown tone light stain color from Sashco. These are great. What I love about these stains is that they accumulate more pigment in more of the hand-hewn areas and where the knots are. It offers more character and really accents the wood. I just love that. These are our button pass corners, 8-inch hand peel. It's just the authentic log home right there. Now when you look at broad strokes of a log home, you've gotta have that gable covered porch like what's beyond me here. That is extra tall. And here's something really important. There is no obstruction to your view whatsoever. Of course, we're alongside a lake. This home is often located in the mountains as well. You don't want to interfere with that mountain view. And that is coincidentally, once again, the name of the original floor plan of this home, the mountain view. Everyone loves log railings on these homes. These are white cedar with the same stain color as the primary wall finish. And then these spindles are a maintenance-free powder coated in a black finish. This is great because it allows your view to pass through. Not that there's much obstruction to the view. And when we look out at that view, that is a private bay. You're not gonna get any boat traffic in there. That's perfect for the kids. And there's a beautiful beach. The kids can run in from the beach and up to the bunkhouse, heading up this stair. This is great with all the outdoor furniture. You can just enjoy hearing the birds and watching the boats pass by. Here's what our clients love about our maintenance-free decking. First of all, it's got a lot of texture to it. That texture not only is important so it's not slippery, but also it looks really good from a distance. It picks up the light a bit differently. Secondly, it is not nearly as hot as some maintenance-free deckings get. It disperses the heat very evenly. And it's very gentle on whether they're paws of pets or even just little kids. When you're on a beach like that, you're not oftentimes wearing shoes. Third, it's a great color and the color goes all the way through the material. It just is as good as it gets. We extend into this room. There's a screen porch just over there. There are two things I would absolutely do in an outdoor space. Infrared heaters are perfect, especially in the climate like this, where we can get some cold winters. And then there's also this incredible Monte Carlo fan. It's got 3 blades, it's a propeller fan. That's gonna help keep that air fresh, move it around. Now just think about this. We are alongside a lake. Of course, you're gonna have yard games, pool toys, many other miscellaneous outdoor items. You don't wanna have to go all the way to the garage to go find them. This is so convenient that it's accessed right on the lake side rather than going all the way around to the garage. There is a direct connection for fueling the grill. That is convenient. You'll never have to bring a propane tank around. And you'll never run out of gas in the middle of a cook. I also love the location of this. We're a part of the environment, right? Everyone's hanging out, you're grilling the burgers, We also have convenient access into the kitchen over there. There's just so much more. It's gonna be a repetitive theme of this tour of how well placed everything is and the great flow of being able to get around the home. So let's head up here. The outdoor space continues with this balcony that overlooks the lake. Something I don't want to overlook as we're up here is when you walk up those stairs, you can see that everything is picture framed. There are no exposed cut ends on these boards. It's just that extra attention to detail that makes this a Golden Eagle log and timber home. I love it up here. This is great. We do offer a little bit more of a cozy environment. We're not on that massive deck down there, so it's nice. We also have the coverage above us with the infrared heaters, and now we have a gas fireplace. This thing puts off some heat. On a warm Iowa day like it is today, this is a bit overkill, of course, but it's perfect for those crisp evenings, especially in the fall. The homeowners say it doesn't burn through much gas either, so it's ultra efficient. Another big theme to pay attention to on this home is ceiling planes. And we see that on this covered porch. Rather than just keeping it flat all the way across, it vaults up, adding a lot more volume to this space. We also get a lot of great interest with these huge windows. You should see this in the evening time. It is absolutely beautiful to see all the light coming from the home and just glowing out here on the covered balcony. You've seen how good it looks on the back, but there is still a lot to see on the front of the home as well. There is certainly curb appeal on this home. I really think oftentimes it's more of a symptom of a lake view and a mountain view, that all the beauty of the home is on the other side, not on the side you approach. With Golden Eagle, we really look at it from the all-around experience. We want to see those gable dormers here, that incredible gable covered porch. And I also love when a garage doesn't necessarily look like a garage. And that's what's happening above us. These gables are allowing for the bunk room above. Take a look at the garage doors. We've got wall sconces above each door. That's a great continuation of what you'll see inside the home as well. These garage doors are absolutely stunning. There's so much depth to them. They've got the shaker styling. You'll see that throughout the rest of the home. And then I also like the grids. There's a great texture to this, and it's got the oak wood pattern. So it's a great color. It all comes together really well. Of course, these are insulated. This is a heated garage. All the floors in this home are heated. And we have a heated workshop just beyond me over there. We'll touch base on that. So we've got a great continuation of all the same wall finishes that were on the home are used on the garage as well. Take a look at the covered porch. This door is made out of a fir wood species. It's handcrafted. Take a look at the dowels in there. That's a Simpson door. They're Nantucket door style, insulated glass. This thing is so well built. Any craftsman, someone that specializes in millwork, they would be impressed with this door, as well as so many of the finishes in this home. This is the aluminum clad jamb, a maintenance-free jamb, ties in perfectly with Pella's maintenance-free aluminum windows. Well, these are awesome windows. You've got that cladding on the exterior and then a pre-finished wood on the interior. Now, most people think that they should have side lights on their door to bring in light, but we can take it so much further by incorporating windows on each side of the door. There's a lot more value in doing it this way. Of course, you get a much bigger window, more natural light. It looks stunning, but when you've got a big canvas like this with this huge wall, you're gonna want big windows like this rather than 12-inch or 14-inch side lights. This is the convenience of a one-stop shop like Golden Eagle with our Design Center showroom. We're able to get these colors to match. Everything goes together so well. Even take a look at those architectural shingles. They've got a brown color with a red tint to them that ties in great with that wineberry red color that we've got in the windows and doors. Come around over here. This is stunning. So these are double doors. That way all the shop equipment can be pulled out. So when you're using the saw and you got the dust going around, you've got a really well ventilated space. There's a zero threshold sill heading into there, making it easy to roll everything out. That'll take us into the house just over here. Did you notice above me? That's a balcony. It connects the main house into the bunkhouse. It's one of my favorite things about this home. It is so cool. We've got awning windows up there, terrific for ventilation. There's such great light, and it's just a beautiful space. So we'll touch base on that shortly, but before we do, let's head into the workshop and the garage. Recall that I love it when the garage looks like it's the rest of the home, and we're able to do that by locating the workshop here. You can put in these big windows, the double doors with the half glass, brings in all that light, but it also isn't a bad view. You're not ever gonna be hesitant about someone being able to look into the workshop because it looks so good, whereas you may not want people looking into a traditional garage. If you're running a business out of your home, you may want separation like this because if any clients visit the home, they're not gonna be in the main living space. And it's also easy to come and go. You can see them as they arrive. This is such a good flex space. I love the idea of incorporating this into the garage. This home is supported with solar energy. How cool is that? So these are atop of this entire structure. You don't even see them. This is such a tall building, plus they blend into the shingles. That energy is fed into these Tesla battery banks. And then when the home doesn't have much demand, they sell that energy back to the grid. This garage is also hooked up with future electric vehicle charging. So all of that is in place. Let's head out this way. This home has smart deadbolts. So rather than walking all the way over here to make sure it's locked, it's very convenient with the Schlage smart deadbolt that you can check it through a phone app. And then if it is unlocked, of course, you can remotely lock it. With as beautiful as the home is on the exterior, I am sure you're eager to see what's inside. When you walk into the home, you've got that view of the lake. That's what the feature wall is all about. But what makes this special with that loft above, you don't quite see what's happening in the upper gable until you step into here and you can see the beautiful sky as well as the structure of those logs coming together for that turkey track truss system. So this is a wonderful space, so warm and inviting. It's just perfect for a family cabin along a lake. When you first enter this great room, everyone thinks they're gonna wanna be looking out this way. But when you have these seats as well, there's so much interest in looking at the architecture of the home. Look at all those inverted valleys, the way the roof system comes together, this massive post as it continues all the way up to the ridge. And then your eye catches the beautiful windows up there. That's where we were before with that balcony. We've got really good light and terrific views with both of these patio doors, making the dining room a good contender for some of the best seating in the house. We also have a beautiful light fixture. I love how tall it is. It really is perfect for the volume in this space. And then those finishes with a bit of this industrial aesthetic, they carry through to the pendant lights above the island peninsula. I just absolutely love this kitchen. I love what was done with the hanging pots and pans because that really plays into that industrial aesthetic as well. Also with the open shelving. All of this is built out of the same material with that exposed piping and some reclaimed timber boards. The cabinets are a rustic hickory, perfect for a log home. We also have rustic hickory on this flooring. It's an engineered hardwood flooring. And look how great it ties together. This is what I love about rustic hickory. There's a lot of variability. It's a very interesting wood. And I think it brings a lot of character to the home. We have some pretty cool appliances in this kitchen. This looks like it's a double oven, and I suppose it technically is. We do have our traditional oven here. I love the roll trays on this oven. It's just gonna be so easy to put that heavy turkey in there. You can adjust that roll tray would be on the lower rack. We also have a microwave here. How great is that? So it hinges down and it's more than a microwave. This is also a convection oven. That's really convenient. We have an induction cooktop over here. And what I love about induction is, of course, not only that it's really efficient and very even heating, it's also a much more safer cooktop rather than a gas cooktop. And they've got a lot of young grandkids here at this house. But also, I love the extra storage that we get by being able to incorporate a top drawer up here. The homeowners mentioned that they love this cutlery organizer. How convenient is it? You're in the middle of the workspace, so easy to keep organized and tidy. You may hear a lot of interior designers say it's common to mix metals. Not everything has to be black, and that's what you're seeing here. So we've got this satin nickel on the faucet hardware, black on the piping and the pulls. And then we're pulling into, like, take a look at the knurling on this. So on the hardware for the appliances, it pulls in then to the faucet itself. So not everything needs to be the same. It's perfectly okay to have a little bit of variety. There's also great opportunity with consistency, particularly with glass. So we've got seated glass on these wall cabinets in the kitchen. You're also going to see seated glass on a lot of the light fixtures throughout the home. So it's just a nice touch, a great continuation as you work your way throughout the space. The best kitchen designers think far beyond how good the kitchen will look. And they also like to consider how will it be used? How are you going to access items within the space? Oftentimes, clients who are on the shorter end struggle with the idea of imagining themselves utilizing the cabinet above the refrigerator. So for these clients, we designed this special space allocated for their step stool. That's so convenient. And then for those who don't need the step stool, they can still get easy access into this cabinet with roll trays. Rather than having one large roll tray, this is divided. Allows you to easily step into this area and grab anything from the side. We really love utilizing roll trays. They're in a lot of the base cabinets in this kitchen, but I think what's really important is putting them in a pantry cabinet. Just imagine if those were fixed shelves, things would get lost in that area. I can now easily access these boxes in the back. It allows for you to keep a much more organized and tidy space, and homeowners love it. 2 decorative panels have been applied to this pantry cabinet. That way it has a finished aesthetic, and it looks like they could be cabinet doors, but you and I know that's actually the side of the cabinet door. Something very similar has been done on the back of these base cabinets for the Peninsula. So these are applied, but take a look over here. Being that we've got the depth in this space, we now have another cabinet. Look at all these roll trays. You'd have no idea that that's even there. I had referenced this earlier when we were out by the grill, but look how easy it is to get out to that space. We got the patio door here, even another door just around the corner. Now let's say you're coming in from the garage. It's great to have a bathroom located just off this entryway. As well as for those that are using the lake, this is going to be their quick and easy to access bathroom. Just beyond this space, we have the washer and dryer. That's great because you're going to have all those beach towels and those wet clothes. Good space for that, plenty of hanging racks, cabinets above. And I know you're all looking at it, so let's talk about it. This is an awesome sink. This is just perfect for the style of this home. Really a beautiful faucet as well. I just absolutely love it. And what I really like is that this door is oftentimes left open. So you see this when you're over in the kitchen area, and I think it really ties together because it pulls in that aesthetic what we saw with the kitchen sink. And lastly, there's this stool. This came from one of the Golden Eagle logs, and this was cut off as, of course, a nice step stool for the grandkids. Just absolutely love that. We've got the wall sconce above, really serving as more of the aesthetic of a pendant light, but certainly is a wall sconce. That's another great continuation that you're gonna see throughout this home. You're also going to see quite a few barn doors. These are beautiful. Nearly all the doors in this home are going to have a rustic wood species. That would be all the interior doors will have a rustic wood species. So we've got rustic alder here, and then rustic pine on the other interior doors. So we'll start to see those next as we head to the master suite. Imagine you've got a view like this and you get great morning sunrises. You're gonna wanna see that when you wake up in the morning, which is why that window was made to be extra tall. That is just great. We also get some really nice light coming in from the transom above the bed. I think that's terrific, and that's not just an ordinary fixed transom, it's actually an awning unit, so you can get ventilation up there as well. Now take a look at what's behind this door. The other barn door we just saw had two diagonals, forming a K pattern. We've got a double X on the bottom panel on this, so while we've got the consistency of it being rustic alder and the same color, we've changed the style. So I think that's something important to point out. We also have a mirror hidden here. That is great. To be able to have a full-length mirror in your bedroom, it's just really convenient. A terrific use of that wall space. Did you notice that? As soft close, you gotta do soft close on barn doors. If you're not, you are missing the boat. I can tell you that there's more to it than just the fact that they close with that soft glide mechanism. It also holds them in place so they don't creep away on you over time. This is a beautiful master bathroom. At first glance, here's what I love to see. We've got a floating vanity. It allows for that tile to continue through. It elongates out the space. It also allows for some nice indirect lighting under there. The clients like using it as just a night light in the evening time. But it also is just a nice accenting feature. Oftentimes people look at home design and they think everything's gotta be symmetrical. But take a look at this. Proportionally, it all makes sense. It all feels very well balanced, even though we've got extra large drawers over here and normal sized drawers on the other side. Drawers are a terrific idea in a bathroom. You don't have large items that you're storing in these cabinets. They're oftentimes very small. Those would just get lost on shelves. A drawer is gonna be really easy for storage, just like what we saw on those roll trays in the kitchen. Love the extra storage that we get with this tall wall linen cabinet. And then of course, your traditional medicine cabinet. Some may be tempted to add a second sink, but I'd much rather have this extra vanity space and tall cabinet, because it's not very often that two people need to be at the sink at the same time. We've got a really big walk-in shower. The use of these glass panels makes everything feel so much bigger. And when you put the money into this tile shower, you want to be able to see it and enjoy it, which you do when you're in the rest of the bathroom. Just absolutely gorgeous with these custom-built niches, beautiful faucets. I love how everything is seamless. There is no barrier to get into the shower. It's ADA accessible. Really cool towel racks here, and then a toilet tucked around the corner, hidden away. Just think that's great. The window over here has obscure glass in it. Of course, it gives you privacy, but what I also really like about it is, first of all, we don't have a view, so we're not too worried about the view, and it also brings in a lot of soft light into the space. Soft light is your friend when it comes to design. You don't want a lot of direct light. That's why oftentimes when a living room, for example, if we head back out to the living room, we'll see that it's very soft in there. That's because a lot of the light is not directly coming into the space. A must-have of building a log home is you gotta have a cool stair system. This is our easy log stair system with full log stringers, half log treads. You've got the metal work in those brackets, and that's perfect for what was done on site here with this custom railing system. So let's head upstairs. You'll see it's great that all this light passes through the stairwell. And we've got the flooding of natural light coming in from this upper gable window. We get a whole new perspective of the lake, and I also really like the perspective of being able to see out the windows over there as well. But before we enter this space, let's head into this bedroom. I hinted when we were outside that all those dormers were gonna create some incredible roof lines. Well, now we are inside of the gable dormer. And this is gorgeous the way it leads up to the ridge in the house. When you're laying in this bed, yes, you'll probably be admiring that view, but if it were me, I'd be looking at the structure of the home, and it is impressive. With this home, there are no excuses for your kids and grandkids not to visit. Especially imagine you've got a young family in this case. We have a nursery attached onto this room. We've got the double barn doors, so we can close that off. That's really nice. keep it quiet for the baby in there. This is a really big space as well. And once again, we're touching on those roof lines and the structure of that gable dormer. Just absolutely love it, a really good touch. Let's head over here to the guest bathroom. Barn doors are very popular. Oftentimes, people are looking for opportunities to use them. You know, sometimes you're limited on wall space, but that's not the case here. Someone may consider, well, how are you gonna lock a barn door in a bathroom? You're gonna need to lock it, right? Well, this is ingenious. We've got a latch right there. So that gets received into the barn door and it catches it. Now just imagine the door gets closed and that gets locked. We can still put a pin through there. That way if the grandkids are playing and someone accidentally gets locked in, you can still easily access that door. Now let's admire the bathroom itself. We've got 2 vessel sinks, granite top, rustic hickory cabinets, very much a continuation of a lot of what we've seen before. We've got that seated glass, just like what we had seen in the kitchen. That is beautiful. I love it. I want to see some texture in glass on light fixtures. And the main reason is, if there is any dust on there, anything like that, you're not even going to notice because it is textured glass. Rather than clear glass, it shows everything. Oftentimes with big railings like this, someone will continue to use these wood spindles all the way through. But this is a great way to incorporate more metal elements by having a stack of 3 powder-coated aluminum spindles separating each of the wood spindles. I think that's great. And while we're down here, take a look at that outlet. Can you just imagine the Christmas decorations up here? How convenient that you don't need to hang any cords anywhere, that they'll plug in just down there. Let's talk about tech a little bit. Above me here are Sonos speakers. We've got that throughout the home as well as outdoors. And just above that, we've got a Ubiquiti Unify access point. And there's also one outdoors as well. And that's meant to really broadcast the internet down to the beachfront. That way, if you're streaming anything down there, you don't have to use data. You can go right off of the home Wi-Fi. It's really convenient. With these homes, everything is about scale, isn't it? You know, you got the big posts, the massive trim on the feature wall with the logs on the feature wall, and then it gets toned down on some more of the support spaces, like this accenting wall over here, and then a more appropriately sized trim with the 1x4 double bevel. And this is pre-finished. It matches the Pella windows on the interior, as well as the interior doors that we have in the home. So we've got really convenient storage just over here, and you're gonna love this balcony. It connects us from the upper loft in the main house over to the bunk room. Can you just imagine being in this space and having that natural light come in and flood it? You could be doing your yoga, your morning stretching routine, and just really enjoying the solitude. I can see the lake just over there. We've got fresh air with ventilation of these awning units. The cathedral roof lines in this space just add a lot more grandeur to it, and it makes it much more than just a connection. It's an architectural statement of this house. It's something you desire to go see. You see it when you pull up to the driveway. You see these beautiful windows with the light pouring out of them, and you ask yourself, what is that? I gotta go see it. It's just one of my favorites of this home. And it connects us into the bunkhouse. The bunkhouse, if someone is up here, you could separate it, help keep the noise down with these double doors. These are custom doors with the glass, the double cross bucks. Really ties into the barn doors that we've seen throughout this space. I love these magnetic catches that we've got down here. The push plates on there, even some really nice pulls around the other side of that door. Got a kitchenette. I mean, everything that you would need if you're a family staying here, visiting grandma and grandpa, like this is perfect. Absolutely perfect. Like a great hangout spot as the grandkids grow up and they become teenagers. Like this is where the teenagers will be. That's for sure. They've even got a refrigerator, a half-size dishwasher for small dishwasher loads, their own sink, plenty of light, access to bedrooms, and wait until you see the bathroom. You haven't seen all the bedrooms yet, but just think about this. If you were to ask yourself, will there be enough room to host people? Yes, there is plenty of room. So then you need to think about the bathroom setup, right? You want someone to be able to use the shower and have their own dressing room and close this door so you have complete privacy there. Someone can then use the toilet area, have their own privacy. You know, you're not locking people out of the bathroom. You've got these compartmentalized spaces, and it just makes a lot of sense when you get a lot more flexibility where this is still very comfortable if just 2 are here or if there are 20. I think it's brilliant. And what a stunning bathroom. This vessel sink, the big trough that we have is, I just think, a really cool feature. And it's sized so appropriately underneath this sink. It is certainly a statement piece. And with the big cathedral ceiling, what a great way to highlight artwork. And just some of my favorite features of this bathroom is the hardwood flooring, and it flows in to that reclaimed cabinetry. And then there are some hidden features in this cabinetry that you wouldn't think of at first glance, but look at this. These are actually roll trays. We've continued on with more roll trays in this home. Everything is thought of, just all the details. There are towels over there and plenty of storage. Everything is thought out for visitors. See, when you've got someone visiting your home, they're not gonna know what's behind all the cabinetry. That's why it's great to have everything accessible and easy to view. It makes sense that in this bathroom with these compartmentalized spaces, that these doors would have obscure glass in them. That way you could tell if the light's on in there or not. You know, especially with young grandkids running around, it wouldn't be too uncommon for them to be opening and closing doors, and this removes the uncertainty that that room is occupied or not. A big perk of being in this lofted space is we've got all these high ceilings throughout here and in each of the bedrooms. Each bedroom is great. There's certainly gonna be no arguing over who gets which room. There's a total of 8 beds throughout this entire space. There are queen beds, king beds, fulls. I mean, it's just awesome. A lot of great light. And while there are all these beds, there is still plenty of space, even room for a crib, for dressers, and so on. So that when you bring the luggage, it's not gonna get too crowded in here. There are 2 ways to access this space. Of course, from that balcony, we also have direct access to the garage. Think of how convenient that is. When you're traveling with little ones, there's a lot of stuff to bring. So you park the truck and you can come directly up the stairs. Just think that's brilliant. So I'm gonna head down there. I'll meet you guys outside. I can't imagine all the memories they'll be creating here. If you're ready to get started on your dream home and start creating those memories, then give us a call. And if you'd like more new home ideas, click this playlist here.